Okay guys, we're gonna jump right into this video, and I'm starting off with freshly washed hair from the night before, and I blow dried my hair and twisted it just to get a stretch. And right now we're just gonna comb through it just to make sure everything's entangled before I start braiding. I also want to point out that I did not use a comb for the parting of my hair. I didn't want a defined box part, so I just took my finger and kind of free parted it and just went with how what looked good to me. And I actually like how these results came out. This is the first time of me ever trying this, and I like how this method worked for me. And I'm going to just show you guys the back of how it looks so far, and this is how it is so far with me just parting with my finger. It is kind of boxy, but it's not perfect box, so I like how it came out. It looks really good to me, and yeah, I'm gonna try this method again next time on box braids probably. So you can use any moisturizer of your choice. I'm just using my black Jamaican castor oil, and I'm just putting a dime size on the top and on the bottom of my hair. I'm gonna keep these in for about 2 weeks, so I just want my hair to be moisturized. And I say 2 weeks because I like to deep condition my hair every week, so I don't want to prolong that of me keeping this in for a month or so and missing out on my treatment. So right now I'm just box braiding my real hair, and this method of me just doing my real hair was really convenient for me. I did this style to my hair 2 years ago, and I used braiding hair and twisted it, and it was just too heavy on my head. So this time I just went the easier route. I'm using Freetress curl hair. I'll have everything located in the description box, but I'm just feeding that into my braid of my hair, and I'm just going to braid it down to my liking to where I want it to stop, where it's going to hang out of my faux locks. So we're just going to braid that down. And again, everything I use will be in the description box below. And yeah, and that's in the color 1B as well. So this is a few days after me having the locks in my hair. I just took one of them out on the front so I could show you guys how I wrapped the hair. So I'm just repeating the steps that I did in the first clip. And I just want to add that originally I was going to do my hair a half and half color. I was going to do 1B and the color 30, but last minute I changed my mind and I just exchanged the 30 color pack of X-pressions hair for another 1B, and I just decided to do more of a natural look, and I just used some leftover color braiding hair I had at home just to wrap a few streaks throughout my hair. So yeah, that orange color that I first showed in the clip with the back of my box braids, I decided to take those out and just make it a little more natural. So I zoomed out a little bit so you guys can get a better look at the X-pressions braiding hair I'm going to use to wrap my faux lock. I prefer the braiding hair over Marley hair for wrapping because it just makes a sleeker look for me. And I'm also going to be using a crochet needle for this method. And I seen another YouTuber do this and I liked the idea, so I tried it and it was really convenient for me. So I'm just going to put the crochet needle through my box braid, and I'm going to latch the X-pressions braiding hair to the crochet needle, pull it through, and then just measure it up to where I want the hair to be. So when I'm ready to cut the extra hair, I won't have as much hair to cut off at the end. Okay guys, so we're gonna start the wrapping. I'm just using my thumb to start the wrapping, and I'm going to go over 2 to 3 times in the same place just to make sure it's secure. And I know it looks tight as I'm starting, but I promise you it's going to get loose once I'm done with this lock. So again, you just want to make sure that when you're doing the wrapping, that you're doing it close and as tight as possible, because you do not want these to unravel once you get to the end and you have to seal your hair. It is the worst and most annoying when you have to start over or add more hair to what has unraveled, because sometimes it can make the lock thicker than what you wanted it to be. So again, guys, when you're wrapping, just make sure you're doing it as tight and close as possible. And I would like to apologize in advance. I did not know my phone had died during the wrapping session, so when I got towards the end with me sealing, I didn't get a chance to show you guys how I did it, but it's really nothing to it. All I did was just knot the ends, and how I did that was I just took 2 pieces of the X-pressions hair that I was wrapping with, and I just knotted it 3 to 4 times, and I made sure every knot that I did in the same place, that I just made sure I pulled it tight and it was secure so that it would not unravel. And I did this specifically because the braiding method does not work for me. I tried that 2 years ago when I did this hairstyle, and I just hate how my locks used to stick together. So this time around, I just knotted the ends instead. Got my edge control, laid my hair down, and I was done. So I hope you like this video, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks so much.